I'm now in my early 60s. Some people say that old age is the time to slow down, to rest after many years of hard work. That sounds comforting, doesn't it? But living it is another story because the older we get, the harder it becomes to hold on to a good night's sleep. Insomnia is no stranger to me. Sleepless nights come more often not because I'm anxious or overthinking, but simply because my body is no longer what it used to be. There were nights I stayed awake until nearly dawn, turning from side to side, hearing every whisper of the wind through the window, every distant hum of a motorbike. At times, I thought maybe this was just part of aging, that sleeplessness was something I had to endure, to accept. But after weeks of exhaustion, irritability, and mornings too tired to even eat breakfast, I decided I had to do something. I didn't choose sleeping pills. I was afraid of becoming dependent, afraid of the side effects. Instead, I began paying attention to my daily habits slowly, one thing at a time. I read books, spoke to doctors, shared with friends my age, and most importantly, listened closely to my own body. Eventually, I found four simple habits, nothing fancy, no cost, but they brought me more restful sleep than I ever expected. 1. Drinking a warm cup of herbal tea before bed. I never used to care much about tea, but one day I came across a line that stayed with me. A small habit, when repeated with intention, becomes a ritual. So I thought, why not turn tea drinking into my own bedtime ritual? Each evening around 9:30, I'd boil water and drop in a few dried chamomile flowers, some lotus seeds, or jujube leaves. That's all. Once the tea was steeped, I poured it into a small porcelain cup, one I've used for over 10 years, now repurposed as a companion for sleep. I didn't drink in a rush. I turned off the main lights, kept only a soft glow, sat down quietly, and held the cup in both hands. I inhaled the scent gently, then sipped slowly. For those 10 minutes, I did nothing else. No phone, no thinking, just me, the warmth of the tea, and a day gently coming to an end. Strangely enough, this moment of stillness began to shift something in me, like a soft melody easing me from the alertness of day into the calm of night. 2. Turning off all electronics after 9 p.m. I used to be glued to my phone, especially at night scrolling through social media, reading news, watching short videos, just for fun. But the more I watched, the more wired I felt. Images flooding in, negative headlines, harsh blue light. It was like a stream of water with no off switch. Then one day I read that blue light suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps us feel sleepy. That sentence hit me hard. So I made a change. No screens after 9 p.m. At first it felt empty, like something was missing. But I replaced that screen time with a book. Not a thick or complicated one, just a few gentle pages, an old poetry collection, or even pages from my old diary. Slowly my mind began to settle, like a lake becoming still after a breeze. In the quiet, I began to hear things I never noticed before: the wind rustling outside, a rooster crowing in the distance, and even my own sighs. That was when I knew I was truly slowing down. 3. Practicing deep breathing and body relaxation before bed. In my younger years, I never thought about how I breathed. But through sleeplessness, I learned that one deep breath done right can soothe a tired day. I began with the simplest practice, lying still in bed, closing my eyes and placing a hand on my belly. I breathed in slowly through my nose, letting my belly rise. Then I exhaled gently through my mouth, feeling it fall. I counted silently. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 2, exhale for 6. Over and over, calmly. I paired that with a body scan, relaxing one part at a time. Forehead, shoulders, chest, arms, feet. With every breath out, I imagined releasing a little tension. After about 10 minutes, I could feel my body beginning to sink into rest. No force, no pressure, just natural stillness, like a leaf softly landing on a quiet stream. 4. Keeping the bedroom quiet, tidy, and airy. To me, a bedroom used to be just a place to put a bed, but now it's become a sacred space where I return at the end of each day. I started keeping it tidy. No clothes tossed around, no clutter. I change the sheets weekly, wash my blanket often, and keep everything fresh and inviting. Every morning, I open the window to let natural light in and close it again at night to keep the warmth. I don't keep a desk in the bedroom, no TV, and never eat there. I want my mind to understand. When I enter this room, I rest, not think, not stress. I also sleep in full darkness. If I need a little light, I use a soft yellow night lamp, just enough to see without keeping my brain alert. Some nights I play soft rain sounds, a natural, steady rhythm, like the earth singing a lullaby. Growing old isn't just the aging of the body, it's also a chance to live more mindfully. I no longer ask for long, deep sleeps like I did in my youth. I just want restful, gentle slumber, enough to wake the next morning and still recognize myself. These four small things I do each night, they may seem minor, but they've changed everything. Not overnight, no, but with patience, I've reclaimed my sleep. And more than that, I've reclaimed a sense of peace in my soul. If you, like me, are struggling through long, restless nights, don't lose heart. Start with one small thing, maybe a cup of tea, maybe a few quiet pages, or simply one deep breath. Because sometimes peace begins with the simplest things.